Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
What up, boy? Aries Spears here. Listen, I want to have a conversation with y'all about a word that I think is so overly used and abused. Hate/hater. Because apparently I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where, unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where, unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that. Am I not allowed to have an opinion and voice it if it's not in the direction of everybody else?
Wow. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. It's Aries Spears claps back really fast. Just speaking back to Ice Cube for calling him a sucker. And he's really like, trying to understand why he can't have an opinion on something that he feels strongly about. When I look at Aries Spears again, like I told you guys earlier, he just feel like I can have my opinion. And he didn't feel like it was right that Ice Cube judged him as a man. But on the internet, when people say this or say that, you can expect some get back. As soon as Ice Cube went to an interview, immediately he did his get back. He had to do what he had to do because he felt like he was disrespected. And you got to understand, man, this is the lifestyle we're in now. It ain't like it used to be. You could say things and maybe get away with it, man. But what I see in it is, when you think about Ice Cube, I can't say I blame him for saying something back. A lot of times I don't give the energy out because I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to feel, give out energy. But evidently Ice Cube felt some type of way when he was asked that question, just far as his character, far as his content, far as his artistry. He didn't feel like Aries Spears needed to be speaking on it like that. And he goes on to say that are you really a comedian? You're not even one of the top 10 if you go back and listen to the video I did earlier this morning. So when you see these things, man, and you hear what's going on in the atmosphere, you feel like, okay, from what I'm seeing, it's not a good thing to have somebody voice their opinion on your artistry on a big form, on a big platform, because it makes a person feel like you're trying to dog them out or trying to tear them down or trying to hurt their brand. So I think Aries Spears got to understand that when it comes down to somebody's brand, they're not going to let you tear down their brand without saying something back or without doing something to show that their credibility is way more than yours. So Aries Spears, you my boy. I got to pick up the phone and call you, but this guy's going to come for you. You know already what's going to go down with this. When you think about how this goes, you know the internet just like everybody else. You said something on Vlad. You said whatever you said in these interviews, and they're going to bite on it. Just like when you said on my show, the things you said about Mississippi. You give a strong opinion, and I'm a big Aries Spears fan. I'm a big Ice Cube fan. So I rock with Aries Spears. I watch Mad TV because I'm a little older, and I rock with the comedy that he was doing. I rock with a lot of the old school cats like Faison Love. I rock with the guys who Ice-T. Like I rock this. A lot of people call this the OG channel, but I do reach out and grab some of the youngsters too. But when I hear them speaking on these different things, I have to voice my opinion because a lot of people always hit me up. What you think about that? They see the affiliation. But like I said, Aries Spears knows the game and has been in the game when it comes to TV, and when it comes down to his whole brand. He not for to play with that. He's the type of dude that's he's gonna play the internet game like he does. If he have an opinion, he gonna voice it. He's a big Michael Jordan fan. He's a huge fan of Jay-Z. He's a huge fan of New York. That's why he wore a New York hat all the time. But when it come down to people on the West Coast, when it come down to people in the South, he is pretty much doing what he does. He's biased, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm biased when it comes down to New York and Texas and LA music and the way they do the charting of the music. So I respect what he is, and I know what he is because I'm kind of the same way when it comes down to what we accomplish in the South. So when me and him meet up, it's gonna be a great interview because I'm gonna voice my opinion. He gonna voice his. That's just the way it go, and that's what make for the way my chemistry go when I interview people. But I understand him in a fact of he want to voice his opinion, but Aries got to understand that when you say something and when you're on the level he is on this internet, it's almost like, okay, if I don't say nothing and I'm Ice Cube, you might be doing something to my brand. So now I gotta speak up. You might have some people out there that might have been just on the edge or just on the level or the edge of I'm gonna rock out with him. And the next thing you know, they don't rock out with me because Aries Spears said I ain't got it no more. The new kids coming up are gonna hear what Aries Spears is saying. A lot of new people, a lot of new listeners are hearing this. So in their eyes, they might just not begin to know who Ice Cube is. And then they hear something bad going on or somebody say something that they don't know, they on the, like I say, they on the fence about. And the next thing you know, man, I'm off that altogether, man. I heard what old boy said and I agree with him, and you never gave Ice Cube a chance. So when you're dealing with brands now and when people are playing games with your brand, I think it's detrimental to your brand that you speak up when it comes down to the people like Aries Spears talking about Ice Cube, or Aries Spears talking about Snoop Dogg, or Aries Spears, which he says he's a Snoop Dogg fan. When Aries or either where Ice Cube, if Ice Cube say something about, like when whether it was Phase Down and Country Wayne, these are real technical battles when it come down to it. Ali Sadiq and Cat Williams and Phase Down. People say, oh man, he shouldn't say this, he shouldn't say that. But brands are being now looked at away when people speak on your brand or say something about you, if people are even gonna show up to your show, if you really think about it. So do I think people should speak up when it comes to levels upon levels and people hearing these people speak on their brand or their artistry? I gotta say, I agree with Ice Cube saying something, because again, those listeners that you don't know, listen, because I speak on Ice Cube a lot. I've had KD on, I had Benito on, I've had people who was with Hammer, people who, you know, so when people who were best friends with, I've had my boy on, Clint Payback Sands. So I speak on him a lot because of the people that was linked up with him. Same thing with Too Short. If there's a story to tell, I'm on the story. I'm telling the story. Sometimes people may look at you one way, they may look at you another way, but they will look at you a way, because at the end of the day, Boss Talk said this or that, or this guy said that or this, or Aries Spears said. So it's a thing now where if it's the truth, you just stand on the truth. But if it's not the truth and you just saying it and you just trying to tear somebody down, that's where I got a problem with it. So I've gotten a lot of calls on different people that been on my shows. Man, why he say that? Why would you let him say that? I don't let anybody say nothing. If they say it, I rock with it, and I disagree with it if I disagree. And it's just an honest conversation of opinion. So Aries is right on that point, but I think Ice Cube is right as well, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys download bosstalk101.app. We're still in Jamaica, as you can see, and I ain't really show you outside, but I'm about to go outside and get in the pool, man. I was just basically dropping this because I've been talking about Aries today, and I've been talking about Aries Spears and Ice Cube. Both of them dope, but they kind of in the mix right now. Let me know what you think, man, and keep on watching Boss Talk 101, man. Big extra plug. We've been talking about him. We talked about a few different people, man. Shannon Sharp earlier. You should see the Shannon Sharp here now. The Shannon Sharp one is the one that I just put out. I want you guys to go look at this one. It's crazy, man, and we're gonna be dropping them. Hey, man, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.